Hi, I'm Randy.
And I'm Rhino, and you're watching Talk Twos.
This episode, we're going to go over the proper maintenance of the wear and tear of your motorcycle.
Let the party begin.
First thing you're going to need to be able to do your motorcycle maintenance properly is a good set of stands. The stands help raise the motorcycle up off the ground, give you the proper clearance and accessibility to work on your motorcycle. Now, as you can see, this set of stands lifts up your motorcycle by the front forks and the bottom. This set of stands on the rear, as you can tell, we have installed spindles on the rear swing arms, which allows you to use the forks of the rear stand, which helps you give a more stable platform to work on your motorcycle. These stands, each cost about $60 at a local shop. So go to your local shop, get yourself a set of stands.
Okay, the next thing we're going to go over, proper maintenance of the chain. Now, after a good long ride, going out and around, you're going to collect dust, dirt, grease, anything off the road. You want to do this at least every other time that you go out riding. I try to do it every time I ride. So what you're going to start with is a bottle of Motul. You can pick this up online or any bike shop local. Don't pay anything more than $10 plus tax with this. If you are, then you're probably getting ripped off. So what you're going to do with this is you're going to start by spraying the chain. You want to work down at the bottom. It's safer than working at the top. Last thing you want to do is catch your fingers in these teeth. So come down here, spray the chain, making sure that you get the whole chain a full rotation. Alright? Then what you're going to do is you pick up your trusty blue tool. You get this again, any shop, real cheap. You take this portion right here, put it inside the chain. And all you're going to do is work the chain a couple rotations. You don't want to just do one. You want to make sure you give it some time, some good TLC. Real simple. Then you take your rag. I use my rag from the church guys at the Cycle Gear Bike Nights. They're good people. They give you the free rag. You're going to take your rag. You're going to grip the chain and just do the same thing. Rotate the tire. Making sure you get the whole chain in and clean it. And you have yourself a clean chain. Now after that, you can pick up a can of chain wax. Some people use this, some people don't. But it's an easy, quick installation, the same way you did the Motul, making sure you get the inside part of the chain. So you grab it, spray. And there you have it. Your chain's been done and clean. Alright, another thing you want to do while you're down here, clean the chain, is just come up underneath here, check for chain play. That's just about right. You don't want to have any more than 1.5 inches. Anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches is a good solid chain slack.
One of the most important things you need to check on your motorcycle before you go for a ride is actually your tires. Alright, checking your tires, well, this is your lifeblood right here. If you got a bad tire, you're going to eat the dirt or asphalt. One of the first things you want to check is your tire pressure, right? I went and spent the extra money and got a digital tire gauge because it's more accurate than those little stick jobs. Some things you want to check on your tire will be your tread. Make sure you got a good tread because sometimes we get caught in the rain. You don't want a race slick tire for the street because it's not going to work out for you very well. All right. One of the other things you need to check is your wear bars in your tread to see how low the rubber is on your tires. If you're showing wear bars, go ahead and get new tires. If you're showing banding, your metal banding, any of that, or when you're rubbing your tires and feeling them and you feel any kind of cupping, you should go ahead and change out those tires for your safety. Now, you also need to check the front tire too for the same things. I run my PSI about 32 in the front and 34 in the rear because that's a comfortable PSI for my style of riding. Some people will lower it down just a little bit. Some people will have it at the manufacturer's recommended PSI rates. That's all dependent on your style of riding. I run Hypersport tires, and the reason why I run Hypersport tires is because they're a more stickier compound and they do better in cornering. But the lifespan of the tread isn't as good. Now, you also have the Sport Touring tires. Sport Touring tires are for more of your commuters, your long road trip riders, things like that.
Hey, you could also, I've heard you can clean the tires. It makes it much more stickier with this.
Get the fuck out of here.
All right, the next thing we're going to go over is maintenance of your oil. So you want to go by the recommended manufacturer oil changes. Get yourself a good quality oil. Find out what weight you need. Also, you want to maintain a quart or two around the house. And before a long ride, or before any ride really, bring your bike up to a level point. Look in the viewing window that's on the side of the motorcycle and make sure that it's not low. If it's low, add just a little.
Another one of the things you want to go ahead and check on your motorcycle before you ride is your brakes. You want to make sure that you have enough meat left on your brake pads, and go ahead and fill your front and rear rotors to make sure you don't have any pitting or gouging of your rotors. That's really important. That'll tell you when it's kind of time to go ahead and change your rotors out. But when you look at it, you have a manufacturer's recommendation of how thick your brake pads should stay. So go ahead, get your maintenance manual, look it up on Google, whatever you have to do, but make sure that you have enough meat on your brake pads, front and rear. This ensures that you're going to be able to stop or slow down whenever you want to and not run into a car.
All right, the next thing, and it's a must-have for any motorcycle rider, is a battery tender. Now, if you show up at any cycle gear on a Thursday night bike night, you'll probably end up getting one for free. Maybe not the same brand, but you'll get one. This is a must-have. It literally hooks in to a cable that's attached to the battery. The cable right now runs my cell phone charger, but you can plug it in anytime. If your bike is sitting for a long period of time, you're going on vacation or anything like that, you plug this in, plug it into the wall, and it maintains the battery. This one happens to have two switches. It's either maintain or charge. So you can just switch between the two. This is a must-have. This should be one of your initial purchases when you buy the bike. All right, this week's Talk To video is the definite importance of why you maintain your chain. This dude eats it.
Hard too.
Hard. All right, this week's announcements. Next Thursday will be, of course, the Cycle Gears Thursday bike night, where they do free giveaways. The church people will be there. There'll probably be food, and it's a great place for camaraderie.
It is. It really is. I always like free food.
Free food's good.
This Sunday, the 10th at 10, Ramon will be hosting a ride out to Uari. So show up to Cycle Gear at 10, kickstands up, get ready to ride. Hope you wear your gear.
Also, of course, every Tuesday in front of that Lowe's Walmart on Rayford Road, I know there's some good middling address or something. I don't care. I don't know.
It's a Sonic over there by Walmart and Lowe's.
In front of Lowe's and all that on Rayford
Yeah.
Road. Everyone knows what we're talking about. If you say good Midland, people are, what the hell's good Midland? Just go to the Lowe's and Walmart on Rayford Road near Rim Road. You can't miss it. There's a big kids playground. It's a great place. Cars, bikes, a lot of stuff going on. I know Randy made it there last week. I'm going to make it there this week. And should be good.
I did, and I got wet riding home. Got caught in that storm.
Excellent. That's it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next one. You're one sexy motherfucker.